how to add backgrounds during the editing process of your RevelForm. When we're working with RevelForm customers for the very first time, one of the most frequently asked questions we get revolves around backgrounds. How long should they be? What colors should they be? And what about transitions? Today, we'll answer all of those really important questions. Step 1, start with the host. After the host is done introducing your company, then you want to add about a 20-second background to your video timeline. I know that feels like an eternity, so why 20 seconds? Well, we'll fast forward a bit, but when you export your video from Premiere or iMovie into an MP4, that MP4 file is what we use on the RevelForm software side to add your question. If the viewer answers that question in 5 seconds, the last 15 seconds of that background will never be seen. So while it looks funny on your timeline, just remember, this is where your question will live, and why not give your viewer a little bit of extra time to answer? Also, if they use the full 20 seconds, maybe it's a long, open-ended question, or they just can't decide on a multiple choice, the video pauses and then unpauses just as soon as that viewer selects an option. We'll show you what it will look like, but we won't make you watch the full 20 seconds. Here's an example. Pause it right at the full frame, right here. Then we skip ahead. We always include the same transition, so the full frame can cut to Jack, or it can cut to Lisa. Step 2, meet the experts. These are not new videos, these are not new projects. The experts can live on the same timeline as your host, and when you export, it will be one really long file that the viewer will never see the entirety of. Remember, each expert is likely to be seen by a viewer only once and for the first time. So if we introduce Dr. Smith at the 5-minute mark, Dr. Smith should still have a lower third introduction, and we should still treat it like the viewer has just come from the host and then is meeting Dr. Smith for the very first time. Step 3, you guessed it, backgrounds. After each expert, you want to include a background. This is often a great time to ask a question that's really specific to what the expert was talking about. For example, if someone's talking about the forestry program, you want to introduce a question about what excites you about getting involved in forestry or a career in forestry. If the expert's talking about health sciences, it might ask a question about what interests you in health sciences. What really gets you excited about a career in health sciences? Here's Ashlyn. Here's Ashlyn's background in Premiere. And here's the finished product with a RevelForm added. Here's expert Jack. Here's Jack's background in Premiere. And here's the finished product in RevelForms. Step 4. Now we're going to head back to the host. So once the viewer has met the expert of their choice, they're going to be directed back to the host. This is typically where the host is going a bit deeper into the company, the product or the service's competitive advantage. And then the all-important contact form exists here. Step 5. One of the biggest mistakes we see in video production is ending the video with a quick fade to black. RevelForm solves this by, again, you guessed it, add a background about 20 seconds long and give the viewer options to go a mile deep into your company. This might be additional videos they can click on, additional links they could view, or resources they could download. Of course, if you're having trouble with any of this or just want to dive deeper into how to add backgrounds for an effective RevelForm, please contact us. You can reach us via email, phone, or chat on our website. We're here to help.